Now in this section I am discussing the questions which are based on programming. Now the very first question which I can see is the program based on for loop. Now mostly the question which are like come on for loop is like finding factorial, okay, your prime number, your Fibonacci series, finding factors, HCF. Okay, so these are the questions where you need the for loop. Even the questions like generating some series sum, etc. So these are the type of questions which can come for the are important from the point of view of the for loops programs. Now whenever we come to the while loop, mostly the most important part of the while loop is the extraction of the digits from a number. Here few of the question very important, though this program is based on while loops, but this there will be questions on different types of numbers. Okay, you might be aware of perfect numbers. Okay, perfect numbers, you know, perfect number means the number like 6, its sum is 1 plus 2 plus 3. This is a perfect number. Okay, so the sum of the number, so here you need to find the factors excluding the number. Its sum should be equal to the sum of its factors equal to the number. Then we have a Krishnamurti number. Krishnamurti number is a one in which, like an example you can give is 145. Here 145, 1 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial. Your result will be coming. So 4 factorial is 24 and it's 120. So 144 plus 1, 145. So you need to find inside the loop the factorial of the each digit. So here you need to also a while loop to extract the number. Then we have one we call is the unhappy number. Okay, unhappy number. Here like the unhappy number is 135. 135 is like 1 to the power 1 plus 3 to the power 2 and 5 to the power 3. So it's all the respective, like 1 plus 9 plus here 125. So 10 plus it's coming. So each of the relative position to its power give you the unhappy number, and this is also known as Desarium number. Now there is another one which you can go is the Armstrong number. Now Armstrong number is like 153, like Armstrong number 153. So here is it's just a cube of the each of the 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube. Okay, so these are all coming under the so there's a different types of numbers are there. Please go through them possibly so that you can. Now we have questions on if else if construct. See, if else if mostly the type of questions like one like in your library one. I give you an example. So your library program is number of days late and fine per day. Okay, so here like first 7 day is 1 rupee. Okay, 1 rupee is per day. Then next let's say next 7 days is rupees 2, maybe the next 14 days is rupees 3, and when you are next and above let's see 28 days it is rupees 5 per day. Okay, so here you need a if else if. Obviously here like if you take the number of days something like this, then you if your days is less than equal to 7, so your fine will be equal to days multiplied by 1. Even in that case you can write days also. Else if your days is less than equal to 14. So it's already implicit that it is more than 7 but less than equal to 14. So for the next 14 days, so it is already decided for the first 7 days 7 rupees, and for the next the days which are more than, so this 7 days, so if he has more 14 15 any other day 14 days still there, so extra number of days he has to pay rupees 2. Okay, so this is, so else if we have days is less than equal to so 14 more, so this time it's 28. That means so fine will be equal to 7, fine is equal to 7 plus, so next 7 days will be 2 rupees, and 9 for the remaining days, that is days minus 14 will be into 3. Okay, so else your fine is equal to 7 plus 7 into 2 plus 14 into 3, and now the remaining days minus 28 is so 7 7 14 28 is 5 rupees per day. Okay, so this is some of the logic is there. So there are programs like this which you can do. Now the series programs mostly like your is a, like for example some series is something like this x and n, where it is something x plus 1 plus x to the power 2 by 2 factorial, uh, x to the power 3 by 3 factorial. Okay, so like this it is x to the power n by n factorial. So these are the type of questions which, and sometime you might find that you can have the signs are changing alternately, like this, minus then plus then minus, like this. Okay, so so here, so this type of problems are also there where you can, so it's a nested for loop, you can input x and n, and you can then go to the series sum. Okay, so they are quite easy, like it's not very difficult. You can take the input the value, mostly you need to take the value of, okay, I just show you like double x and okay, no problem, you can take x and n. Okay, you can take a for loop, then for int I equal to 1, I less than equal to n, okay, I plus plus, and let's see your, let's say I'm doing the second one, sign is 1, and let's see we have a long sum. Okay, I put it to 0. Okay, so here so I need to find, so first I need to find the numerator and denominator. So let's see, we take the terms double numerator and denominator, and then let's see the term itself. So the numerator part is simply, it's a number power x to the power, here we are taking it starting from 1. So what we can do is that, let's see, we make this sum to starting with 1 and start this with 2. So this will also place this x is minus 1, correct? So now x to the power I, this will give the numerator. Then we need the factorial of the number, so here I can take the long fact equal to 1, then I take a for loop for int j equal to 1, j less than equal to I, and j plus plus, and fact multiplied equal to j. Okay, so my denominator will be now I have factorial, so it will be the fact will be the denominator, so my term will be numerator multiplied by sign divided by, or maybe let's see, looking good, denominator multiplied by sign, so it doesn't matter. Now sign is to be changed sum, it is added to the sum, the term, and then sign is also need to change equal to -1. Okay, so here this for loop will keep on going, and then finally you can print the sum. Okay, so you can see the problems like this, they're pretty easy. You just need to see how it's what is the loop given, and you can find the solution. Now I'm coming to question number 7. Now the character manipulation questions are all based on C-type header file functions. Okay, so in C-type header file function we are having is elem, which takes whether it's a alphabet or like it tests whether it's in alphabets, it's a letter or letters and digits. Okay, then we have is alpha, is digit. Okay, is upper, is lower, and then we have two lower, two upper. Okay, so these are the functions which you need to write. For example, a very simple program, like sometimes the types of program, maybe you need to count the number of alphabets and digits. Okay, so in that case it's a very simple one, like you can have a counters like say for alpha is equal to 0, this equal to 0, and then you can and it's very important, you take the string. For a string like str string like 30, take it from the user using the get as str, and then you take a for loop for int I equal to 0, stri is not equal to null character, null character, null character, and I plus plus. And then what we see is that now you check is it's alphabet, so is alpha stri is alpha. So if it is the case, then ac plus 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 plus, and if it is digit, so stri, then dc plus plus. This is one. Okay, so this is the one type of question like where you can do, and then it's simply to print this thing. So it might be like sometimes there are question like convert uppercase characters to lowercase. Okay, lowercase characters, or so like this type of question. So here slightly the strategy will change. We can have this almost the same type of input. Okay, so we can go here and we see is upper. Okay, let's see if it is upper, then we convert stri to lower stri. Okay, and if it is, then see we have to convert if we have to convert the lowercase. So now if I just write if condition, so it's already a lowercase, so it will do the reverse. So I need to use the else if part to check if it is lower stri, so stri is equal to upper stri. Okay, so these are the types of questions where you can convert uppercase to lowercase. Now I'm coming to the string manipulation based programs. Now in a string manipulation programs, see first you should know what are you should have to use this string h header file and its functions like strlen, strcat, compare, compare with ignore case, then copy, then strrev. Okay, so these are the different header files. So these are the different functions present in the header file, which makes the program easier. For example, you need to compare two strings, so you can take the two strings like this, string 1 and string 2, and you can find their length, and you can join the strings or compare. All depends on the types of the question. Now like for example, I am comparing the strings and printing them in alphabetical order. So it's very simple. So if I find strcmpi, my str, uh, this is for equality, so strcmp str 2 now if this is greater than 0, that means str1 is bigger. Okay, bigger means here you can say like the word uh, Mary is bigger, it's alphabetical order than John. Okay, in alphabetical order. So if you want to print in alphabetical order, so obviously you will print str and then let's see some space and then str. Otherwise else you can print str with space and str2. Okay, in some part you can use the this strcat to joining two strings, so you can join strings with each other, and strrev will reverse the original string. Okay, so if you are want to reverse a string, so you are write strrev, so str if you do the reverse, so if the and thereafter you print the str, it is going to reverse. Okay, so there reversing the string, in some operation you need to do the reverse of the string, so take care it reverse the original string. So in case you need to do any comparisons, you have to preserve its one copy. Now we are coming to the menu driven program. So this is a very also simple program, like very, let's see one example is that you are given a menu of like area of say circle, then you have the perimeter of circle. Okay, the circle, and like this you are doing this, and third is the exit. Let's just make a very simple. In this type of program you need a uh, and you need to take the radius, so you are going to take the radius, for example float radius, you're going to take the radius, and then you are having, you use the do while loop. In the do while loop you're going to print the menu area. Okay, area of circle, then your perimeter of circle, and third exit. Okay, and uh, then you need a option. Okay, so you need int option, so you need to ask from the user, enter the option, cout, enter option. Okay, 1 2 3, and scene opt option. Now once you get the option, then you go to the switch and you write op option, and in the option you can see this case one, you can calculate the area, which is 3.14 into red radius. Okay, and break, then case 2 is cout 2 into 3.14 into red radius and break, and this and these two options are good enough. And here the uh, if it is then the break, here you see if the option is while this option is not equal to 3, you can carry on. So the moment it's 3, it will come out, and this is, so this is one example how to follow this kind of programs. Now finally we are coming to the function based generation of patterns. Okay, it's written function based generation, basically patterns, like one of the very common pattern, like you are having 1 then 2 1, then we are having 3 2 1, 4 3 2 1, 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, this is Let me see this from this. Okay. So here you need to use nested for loop to generate this pattern. Now the very important thing is this, in any pattern you have to see there are two loops. The outer loop, like in this case the outer loop is meant for number of rows. So you can see here the number of rows are 5. So you can very simply write int I equal to 1, I is less than equal to 5, and I plus plus. Okay, so this is what is this loop is there. Now if you have to give the space, it's very simple. You can give a space is equal to, it doesn't need, the number of spaces should be decreasing. Okay, so you can take is one space is less than equal to whatever the value of 5 minus I. Okay, so every time the space will be less, I plus plus. Okay, and you can give the space. Now after space you need to print. So here you can see the J loop is, when I'm seeing here, for I value is 1, J value is 1. When I value is 2, when I value is 1, my J value is 1 to 1. When I value is 2, my J value is 2 to 1. And I value is 3, my J value is 3 to 1. Okay, so it's very simple. You can see it's very easily you can see J is starting from the value of I. J is going to last value is 1, J minus minus, and it's C out the value of J, and then finally you need a C out handle to move to the next line handle. And this is okay. This is one example. There are different patterns are there, but mostly you need to follow this kind of thinking while doing this thing. So this is about the pattern program. So as you can see the entire question paper, you will see there most of the questions are very straightforward if you know, and you just go through the types of questions which we have discussed. And if there are some programs which are not clear in itself, you can see the examples where the example given, the sample input or output which is given, we can make the question easier for you to understand and what is the purpose. If in case it is not, sometime in statements it is not clear what the program is asking, so you can see the example and you follow the example, so you will not have any difficulty. So all the best for the exam. Okay, thank you very much.